Hello, people on YouTubes. If you've made it this far, congratulations. I'm impressed. You've watched 4 games in a row, or you've only tuned into game 4. Either way, thank you for watching. Do you know how you could be watching, though? Live, here on Twitch chat, with the wonderful Twitch chat. The great thing about Twitch chat is they ask me thought-provoking questions, such as, can a webcam see itself? And how does a mirror look into another mirror? I don't understand them either, but perhaps you can if you're here with Twitch chat live on twitch.tv/Vedius official. In any case, let's jump into game 4 between Damwon and G2. You may notice Damwon are still on the red side. No one knows why. G2, they don't need to change their bans. They're still banning away this champion, which makes me happy. Damwon have adapted in the draft. Why is this important? Let me explain before they continue locking in picks. What makes Xayah so strong is Xayah and Rakan. So, Damwon, rather than banning away the Xayah, which actually would have made way more sense, choose to take away one of Mickey's best supports. Instead, what they do is they allow G2 to get both Xayah and Nautilus, so that this champion doesn't have, well, Nautilus. So, what I love is the adaptation from G2 to first pick the Ryze, because they recognize that this is actually the most broken piece of shit in the game, and can be flexed in between 2 roles. So this is a great adaptation, because you also know that Damwon is going to first pick the Kai'Sa, and they're probably going to do Lee Sin again. Or they're going to do Lee or a jungle. They're just going to pick their jungle, because that's just how they always draft. AD carry into the jungle, right? You know that's what they're going to do. They do it every single game. This is super strong champ, so they're like, all right, fine, we'll trade the Ryze and you get Kai'Sa. That's fine with us, because we know we can beat the Kai'Sa. So the Kai'Sa gets locked in, and then you expect the Lee Sin to come through, but I mean, I know it's not going to be Lee Sin, but you expect it. And then they go for Canyon's other comfort pick in the form of Taliyah. And then G2 is just like, well, I guess I'll take Xayah. And they could do Elite now if they wanted to, but Gragas is probably strong. Oh, no, okay, they'll just stick with the Nautilus. I actually think the Nautilus is much better, because then you don't give it away. And, like, they have enough jungle picks that they're fine. They have AP. They have a strong 2v2 bot already. They should lock... See, like, this Aurelia pick, I understand, like... So the point of the Aurelia is I actually think it was supposed to go in Showmaker's hands, because they thought that Caps was going to play the Ryze. That's what I think, right? But I think that picking Aurelia here was so pointless, because they could have just gotten Leona. Not only is Leona good into Nautilus, it would have been a good matchup for this, and it would have been a really easy lane for Canyon to play around. And also, Aurelia hasn't shown up in this series at all. So why do you need to pick it now? What's the point? The only reason why they wouldn't want to pick the Leona now, and they would want to pick the Aurelia now, is because they believe, or they want G2 to waste bans on a support, because they have something else in mind. Now, we know that they end up playing Ornn, which I don't think ends up being very successful, but the point is, they're like, I think they could have done this, and I think it would have been better for them. But the whole point of the Aurelia is that it's a pretty good matchup into the Ryze. Like, especially during the early levels, you can really threaten him and bully him and play around him. And it's very easy for her to itemize magic resistance, especially with Wit's End. So it also provides AD damage, especially when these two often build quite a lot of AP. So, like, I think the pick is fine. I think Aurelia as a champion is quite weak right now. But I think, like, the pick into this is fine. But what I also don't like is you picked Aurelia into this. Like this. I think Aurelia is super hard to play against Xayah, because, like, it's really difficult to lock her down. You only have your E as CC, and her ult can immediately dodge that. But even if you miss it, like, what does she have to be afraid of? Ever. So, I don't like this pick at all. I personally think they should have just done Leona. So now these guys ban junglers. So they ban Elise. They should ban Alistar. They then want to ban Gragas, I think. And then I think they ban Leona. Am I right? Oh, okay. This doesn't make any fucking sense. So now they're actually assuming that the Ryze is top lane. And that this is actually going into Nogari's hands. And they just don't want to have to play against the LeBlanc because they think it's strong blind pick. So they should now first pick support with Leona gone. I think they go for Ornn. Yep. Now the thing about Ornn is it can actually be flexed to top lane as well. Look at that smug face. And then these guys do the Madman. They get Gragas. See, like, they should have banned Gragas. And the Yasuo. Gragas fucking Yasuo. And then the... Oh, it's a travesty. Oh, I hate this draft for Damwon so much. Why do I hate this draft? Let me explain. Allow me to explain. So, let me actually jump a couple seconds forward and let them swap everything. I think everything's in position. Yeah, everything's in position. Okay. So, lane by lane, let's just go through first. So this beats this and can actually gain priority, right? This smashes this. Why? Because Yasuo is actually not a bad laner. He's not like super strong early game in general because he's pretty item reliant and he wants like crit and stuff, you know? But early levels, he can actually trade pretty effectively because obviously he gets resets on his autos. He's going to run Hail of Blades and Ignite, and Kayle just doesn't really do any damage early game. So he's going to be able to get easy priority in this lane. This duo also always gets priority over this, and it's mainly because of the Xayah wave clear over nuclear. And you can never really approach a Nautilus because, you know, you're just asking to get feathered and you chunked out. So, like, they have prio, right? Now, Taliyah is a very strong early game jungler, but what lanes can she play around? Well, she can look to maybe play around top, or she can look to play around bot. Okay, now bot lane is the lane that you expect Canyon to play around because Canyon always likes to play around bot lane. But that's not to say that he can't go top lane. But the problem is that this comp in its entirety spikes at like what, 3, 4 items for these two. This maybe spikes at 2, whereas all of these all spike on 1. Well, maybe not him. He spikes probably more on 2. But like, I think static Shiv Yasuo, I think the moment you get Rod of Ages plus Seraphs, you don't even need the Seraphs. The moment you have Rod of Ages on Ryze, you're strong. And the moment you have your first item, which is normally Essence Reaver, you're strong. So I feel like that G2's comp in its entirety all spikes at about the same time. Okay? This comp, these take way longer to come online than these two do, which means that when these want to be strong and proactive, like the moment you get to a certain point, I think the Ryze actually outscales Iridium. Maybe I'm wrong on this. Maybe I'm wrong. And I'm happy to be wrong because I don't know this matchup super well. But in my head, Ryze will get to a point where he outscales this. Maybe Twitch chat can confirm for me. Yeah, okay. A lot of Twitch chat is agreeing with me. Yeah. That's what I think. I think at some point, Ryze will outscale, right? So what you want to be doing with these two especially is you want to be trying to force plays when they spike hard. But these can't because people tell me Kayle spikes at 2 items. I don't agree. Maybe I'm only seeing bad Kayles, but in my opinion, she spikes at 3 items, not 2. But maybe I've only seen bad Kayles, and there have been a lot of bad Kayles at this tournament. But I also think Kai'Sa scales at 3, especially if you go for the Manamune build. So I think like the comp just kind of wants to do different things at different points of the game. I think that it's hard to get early advantages because of the nature of this comp. And the biggest thing is like you don't have a mid laner. Which against G2 is a really dangerous thing to do. Like, he has been one of your best performing players all tournament long, and you put him on fucking Kayle. Like, why? I don't know. I just don't know. The thing is, like, Yasuo does very well into the Aurelia, is the important thing to note, which is why I think they picked it. And I thought that they would maybe put the Kayle top lane, but of course, I don't think you can, because I think Kayle is just a better matchup than the Aurelia is into the Yasuo. But you now have a mid laner that's known for roaming, who now has all the control in the world to get priority and work with his jungler to look for roams. And it's super easy for this duo to be able to get prio, and they already showed last game that they're willing to dive this shit. Maybe they won't dive an Ornn, but still. I don't know. Like, you can't just give up mid lane. And I feel like you're intentionally just giving up mid lane when you didn't have to. Do I have a better answer as to what you could take into Yasuo? No, I don't. Because I'm not really sure what the best champions into Yasuo are, if I'm being honest. But I can guarantee you that this isn't one of them. You want... Okay, bias, Nocturne, shits on this champion. I'm just saying. Right, let's get on with the VOD review. Anyway, carry on into the game. Poppy? Veigar? Oh, I could see Veigar being pretty good into Yasuo, actually. I mean, the wind wall I could see as being pretty obnoxious, but I could see Veigar being pretty good into Yasuo. I could see it. Lissandra? I think Lissandra's bad into Yasuo, personally. I think she's too weak early. Later on, she's fine, but you just run cleanse. Even Ori wins. Oh, yeah, Ori early. Oh, yeah, Ori's good into Yasuo. I could see that. Syndra, maybe? Maybe Syndra. Maybe. I get a little worried about Syndra. I think Ori's much better. Anyway, in terms of early jungle clear, Canyon will do this into either this or this. But he'll basically do full topside. Normally, I think Talia, because of how quickly she clears, should just do like a full clear. But I think in this game, he actually goes top for an early play, which is also super fine, because Gragas is going to do a full clear base and then head straight to top. So remember what we talked about prio. So they get early prio. He's going to get early prio. And Ryze will actually get early prio because he has a range advantage, but I think Noguri gets early level 2, and like this is a good trade. See, but you can see like how it's not terrible for the Ryze. But early level 2, this is why he ends up getting prio in this lane, yeah. So he plays that really well. But push, he's already roaming. Jesus. This was the game where Cap spent 22% of his time mid lane. Only 22. How hilariously short is that? He spends more time fucking jungling than he does in his own lane. So this was also... Just... Okay, I need to be calm. So do you remember when I politely said that mid lane has no fucking priority, right? True. Just want to make sure. So the problem with trying to invade when you do not have mid lane priority is it means the mid laner can collapse. Now the thing about this Ryze is it's probably worth it for him to just come down here. Now he can't because he's level 2, right? So it end up being a 2 versus 2, right? So let's look at this in its entirety, okay? Aurelia plus Talia versus Gragas Yasuo, because that's the most likely thing that can happen. Who wins? Well, Caps is running Ignite and Hail of Blades. So while initially I would say probably this duo, I'm actually going to give the edge to this. And I'm also, because of the Wind Wall, I think Wind Wall mitigates so much of this damage early, and it stops Noguri from getting the stun. So I would say that this 2v2 just straight up wins, right? So assuming Caps rotates round and looks for a fight, they're probably going to lose this 2 versus 2. One, they can't really come down because he's only level 2, right? So What happens, though, is he actually stays mid for a little bit longer. So they actually end up giving away the blue buff. And initially, I was confused by this. But what it does is a few things. The first is Caps gets level 4, which means that he has 2 points in his queue, which is good because he obviously means more damage. The other thing it does is it allows Wonder to not only get level 3, but push out the wave and set up for a flanking collapse. Now, Jankos is forced to use his E early, but that's not the end of the world. He actually cuts off the escape route here. Caps cuts off the escape route here, and Rise cuts off the escape route here. So what originally could have been a 2 versus 2, which obviously could swing either way depending on how it's played, G2 now guarantee a 3 versus 2, and they're going to get summoner spells for sure. So I actually quite like the delay from Caps, and you guarantee that Showmaker is forced to stay underneath his tower. So they then attack the Rise. Naturally, of course, you attack one of the flanks, that's what you do. But what they don't appreciate is the fact that Caps is coming in from this angle, right? So they think that this is just a straight up 2v2, good stun. And what's fascinating is how he's forced to TP. Now, there's no minion wave there, so it's fine, but he's going to TP in, and they don't even realize, well, I mean, they must know that Caps is coming from somewhere, but they don't know where until it's too frickin' late. Flash is in, Caps gets himself first blood. And that all comes from not having mid-prio. Your mid laner just lost TP, the enemy mid laner just secured first blood and double buffs. It's disaster. It's disaster. And I also think G2's comp outscales, personally. Even though they have a Kai'Sa and Ornn, which are very good team fighters later on, and then of course Caps roams again because he pushes in mid for free. Let's also appreciate what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He actually... What? Oh, I guess the blades. I mean... Really? Is this the Yasuo hitbox? Is the hitbox really this small? No wonder I miss all my Yasuo cues. No wonder. It's the game's fault, not mine. So this is good from Canyon because he recognizes the jungler's topside, and so he gets to steal away the second spawning of Raptors, which is a large amount of experience, and this will keep Jankos down a little bit in XP, which is really important. So he gets both Raptor camps. Very, very good from Canyon. Very important as well, because it keeps him relevant, even if Nogari is struggling a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Caps is top lane again? Wait a minute. Oh my word. I can't believe they get to do that. Like, do you remember what I said in draft? Mid-priority? Mid-priority. Imagine being given a free lane where you get to roam as much as you fucking want. He's already got a Zerka's Greaves at 6 minutes in. Caps is just like, this is the freest game of my life. Oh my word. But good job, Kale. You're still there, I guess. Meanwhile, bot is losing 2v2 as well. This was a sick-ass play, though, from Beryl. Holy moly. This was so good. It was, I mean, like, admittedly, it was also a little greedy from Perks, because he tries to kill Nuclear. And he almost does it, to be fair. He does force the flash out from him. But this was well played from Beryl. Very good. And then Canyon. So what I think happens here is Mickey wanted to give the last auto attack to Canyon rather than Nuclear, so that the jungler got the kill rather than Nuclear did. That's what I think. That's why I think he flashed. But I don't know. He could have just delayed the flash. Alright, the point of this stream is to flame him. Duh! XD flash from Mickey XD, am I right? Lol. More like Mickey X dead, am I right? Lol. So you can see how in the early levels, the Aurelia, especially a good Aurelia that lands stuns, can threaten the rise. Oh no. Shoemaker. What? Showmaker! Cut down, I'm sorry. Showmaker ends up dying. What was the path that he was taking here? The Nautilus roam into mid lane while 3 people are bot. I told you Canyon likes to camp bot. It's freaking ridiculous, man. That's all he does every game. He just goes bot lane. It's a travesty that he doesn't play more around his solo laners. But I mean, I suppose he can't in this game because he went for Kale mid lane. Oh, Yasuo is coming. He's a hunting. Wow. Caps jungled more than Canyon did. The best thing about this game, right, just for the record, is do you remember in group stages when bot lane hard smurfed the whole game and these two were running it down? Both of these were like 0-4, like 1. Both of them were, right? And then at the end of the game, they were just like bot lane difference is all that matters. The irony is the bot lane in this game actually kept getting killed and it was entirely the top side. So I really hope Mickey after this game just went, as you can see, it's clearly all about top difference. Because this game is the best example of just being like, see, bot lane is irrelevant. It's all about mid-top lane. Better jungler wins, exactly. Oh, what a surprise. Caps is ganking top lane again. It's not even fair. It's actually just not fair. I wish there was more to analyze, but here, let me explain to you the really in-depth thing of what Caps is doing right now. So here's a map, right? Here's mid lane. Caps, he pushes, and then he moves. And then he comes back. Right, okay, in case you missed it, let me explain it again. I understand this is a really complex. So let me try again, right? So here's the mini map, right? Here's mid lane. Yasuo, this guy, Caps, he walks into mid lane from base, right? And then he pushes the wave, and then Kale can't stop him. So she has to sit here and catch the wave, which means he then moves. Okay, I understand. It's a complex. Let me explain it one more time. One more time. I know, it's really complicated. You'll get it on the 3rd time, trust me. Trust me, just relax. Here we go, one more time. So, here's the map, right? Mid lane, Caps. He has more wave clear than Showmaker, right? So he comes to mid lane. He pushes it, and then he goes top. That's it. Oh, is Mickey in the chat? Mickey, you here? Mickey. Sorry, I don't understand. What is a push? One last time, please. Mickey, we all saw your beautiful flash in bot lane where you flashed for no reason. We also get to talk about how bot lane was irrelevant in this game and how you should go to your jungler and you should remind him that the game is entirely decided by jungle difference. Look, 4-0-2, 1-1-1. See what I mean? Like, bot lane doesn't have to be fed to win games. Am I right, Mickey? It's all about jungle difference. That's all it is. Look at the jungle difference. All about jungle difference. See, I knew it! Aha! Okay, so for those watching, Mickey said, I thought Talia wanted to give a kill to Kai'Sa, because turn around, so I flashed to get out of Kai'Sa range. Twitch chat, did I not say that? Twitch chat, did I not say that? I know Mickey's mind. I'm in his head. I'm in his fucking head. Twitch chat's popping off right now. You would know that, YouTube, if you were part of the Twitch chat. Anyway, let's continue watching the game. I did say that. That's exactly what I said. I even said it on the cast. Actually, we have proof. All right. We have fucking proof. Where did he die? Where did he die? They don't believe me. Twitch chat doesn't believe me. Wait, I broke it. Here we go. Here we go. I've lost all the quality.
With proactive play from G2 on this bottom.
Okay. Listen. Listen now. Listen. You're listening, Mickey? Listen to this.
Side looking for that hook in, but you have to remember the turret damage this early on is so significant, and then Barrel with just a beautiful double knockup, catching Perks with the Ignite on him under the turret. Perks had to heal with the Ignite still active, so got much less out of it, and then Canyon arriving means you can just walk these guys down, and
here we go.
I don't think there was really a need for G2 to push this hard when you've basically just won the game through top lane. You just need to chill and farm.
I mean, all I can say on that is Barrel PogChamp. The man played that beautifully. He's often credited as one of the big playmakers of this
is a
team.
great point.
I feel like in the mid game, he is the primary initiator. But while there are advantages in the bot side for Damwon, things are still going poorly in the top
maybe
side.
I didn't say it here.
Maybe I wins a pretty favorable
Maybe I didn't say it
trade.
here. Maybe I said it earlier. Maybe I said it during the play.
Set up for a repeat.
Can't gets it. Mickey's gonna get walked down. They're gonna donate this one over to Nuclear if
Nah,
they can.
I said it here.
And
I'm
Canyon's
sure
gonna
I've said
grab
it
that
here.
one.
Ooh, poor flash there from Mickey. That makes the
Here we go.
setup
Here
for
we
a
go.
repeat gank a lot
Here we
easier,
go.
and it may be Damwon again with their bottom lane as a way back into this. It was the proactive play
to me,
from
Azael.
G2 on this bottom side, looking for that hook
Azael,
in.
give it to
But
me.
you have to remember the
Wait a
turret
minute,
damage
no!
this
I
early
swear I
on
said
is
it
so
here.
significant.
Did I not say it here?
The setup for a repeat gank a lot easier, and it may poor.
They're gonna donate this one over to Nuclear if they can. They should be able to. And Canyon's gonna grab that one.
Ooh, poor flash there from Mickey. That makes the setup for a
No! I was convinced I said it. Okay, I said it in the VOD review though. I said it earlier in the VOD review. Listen, Mickey, I said it in the VOD review earlier. What the hell? I'm so certain I said
easier,
it.
and it may be Damwon again with their bottom lane as a way back into this. It was the proactive play from G2 on this bottom side, looking for that hook in. But you have to remember the turret damage this early on is so significant, and then Barrel with just a beautiful double knockup, catching Perks with the Ignite on him under the turret. Perks had to heal with the Ignite still active, so got much less out of it. And then Canyon arriving means you can just walk these guys down, and I don't think there was really a need for G2 to push this hard when you basically just won the game through top lane. You just need to chill and farm.
I mean, all I can say on that is Barrel PogChamp. The man played that beautifully. He's often credited as one of the big playmakers of this team. I feel like in the mid game, he is the primary initiator. But while there are advantages in the bot side for Damwon, things are still going poorly in the top side. Nogari actually wins a pretty favorable trade.
The run more about Showmaker now going to be in trouble. Flash is over the wall. The body slam.
Damn it! Alright, I didn't say it here. Alright, whatever. I didn't say it. God damn it. I was convinced I said it on air. Ah! Fuck. Alright, anyway. We got heavily distracted. Why am I not in? Give me my 1080p. There we go. Alright. I didn't say it on air. No big brains for me. Alright, where were we? We were here, right? We were here. Caps was level 9. I was explaining the in-depth, complex process of push mid, roam top. Maybe we can see it live in action. Let's have a look at the minimap. You all looking at the minimap? Look here, look here. See how he's pushing in mid? Roaming. Alright. Let's actually talk about what's going on right now. So. With the Drake going down from G2, they now want to make the play for Rift Herald, and they want to secure top tower. So there's no real value in them staying bot, because Canyon has nothing to clear on top side. Well, he could do the Rafters if he wanted to, but it's much better for him to path bot and cover them while they secure tower. So G2 are like sacking that tower. They don't care about it. What surprises me is that they actually send people mid lane. Now, the reason why I think they do this is because they know that they're going to guarantee this tower anyway. Ryze is extremely strong. Even though the trades are going pretty even, Wonder has a level advantage. He's chunking out Noguri multiple times, and Gragas is hanging around the top side and is soloing the Rift Herald, which means that it's much more efficient for these two to come mid lane, because only Showmaker is going to be here, and there are 3 people bot. So they have all the information they need to guarantee a numbers advantage in mid lane, and they can guarantee even more plates. So they can also set up the wave on the next turn once this gets taken to then siege onto the mid tower. So I think this is a pretty smart adaptation, because typically what you would see is this swap and then the duo actually moves to top lane, but they don't need to in this game. Good reactions there from Perks. Oh, they found another kill. That one was just a little weird. So they have the Herald now. The reason why they couldn't siege there was because of the Talia assist. But I think they can set up the next wave. Oh, no, okay. They're going to reset first. That's also fine. Oh, okay. No. Yeah, okay. No, we talked about the reset. They're going to send the Yasuo bot lane now, so no longer will he jungle. It's like at this point, this is like a super clean game from G2. It starts going wrong after this. And we'll talk about it. So this is a pretty good engage from Damwon. I liked it a lot. They get the flash out from Perks because he slightly overextends mid. But of course, 3 people end up being committed to mid lane. Oh, Wonder's overextending top. So he ends up dying, which is good. And then G2 is still trading it for a play on bot. So while Wonder is trolling, at least the rest of his team aren't. So then they use the Herald mid. Yankos, I think, got all the gold there. And then 15 plates have gone down before 14 minutes. And this is where Caps gets fucking outplayed. And this is where you can start to see G2 getting a little bit excited. Just a little bit. So it all starts with Wonder dying top lane, because now they lose a pressure point, which is important. Because they're no longer 5 versus 5, they're now 4 versus 5. Obviously, like, all these people burning flash, probably not ideal. But, you know, they can now collapse, because now Noguri can be left in a top lane, because he has the teleport. Which means that 3 or 4 members, rather, can now collapse down onto mid. And because Perks has no flash, and his ult is just barely up, he's a little too close to the wall. And so he ends up dying, just as his ultimate comes off cooldown. So again, another quick punish from him. And then Yasuo overextends, so they use the TP to flank. And you can see how Damwon as a team is actually very good at punishing you for your mistakes. And this is G2 making a lot of small mistakes kind of all across the map, which G2 are very, very quick. Which Damwon are very quick to punish. So props to them. They just found 3 back-to-back kills. They can probably get the Drake here as well. But Perks has returned. I mean, the advantage that G2 has is that they have an overwhelming gold advantage, so they can afford to make these mistakes and get away with it, but it's still bad League of Legends, so we gotta call it out. And, like, it's also, honestly, impressive play from Damwon, considering the deficit that they found themselves in. How many teams would be able to recognize these overextensions and then continuously punish them? So, props to Damwon, because I do think that this was good. Or, like, the best they can do in the situation that they found themselves in, at the very least. So now, Damwon are spreading themselves out across 3 lanes. How are G2 resetting? Oh, interesting that they're keeping Caps on the bot side. They're going to send Rise up top. Doesn't have TP. Although no TPs anywhere right now, so... It looks like we're just going to farm for a while, because the game accelerated so quickly that now there's nothing really to play for. This is where you could be talking about freezes and shit. But I don't like to, because I don't really understand the subject. So this is quite good from G2. I like that they commit 4 people to bot, and then they have pressure top as well. And there's no TP, which means that they can siege onto this tower and potentially dive. But a good ultimate dissuades them. I'm actually quite impressed that they're even trying to siege onto these towers. Oh, fucking Wonder. I mean, again, this is a good play from Damwon. He thinks he's safe because he has his bot lane rotating. But he gets caught out too early. But again, G2 don't lose anything for it. Nope. Did someone say freeze? I mean, when you have a map state like this, you probably could freeze, because, like, these things you couldn't play for. They were like 3 minutes away, and sieging onto tier 2s is very hard, as you just saw. So, like, maybe G2 could have set up some freezes somewhere. But I think that you need very specific circumstances for that to happen. And with the overwhelming gold lead that G2 has, I think they could have done it. But that was a garbage flash from Jankos. Let's relive it, shall we? Beautiful. MVP of summer, by the way. I'm only messing. It happens, Jankos. It happens. 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 Ooh, nice sidestep from Jankos. I definitely would have been hit by that. Right, Inferno Drake. The next big fight. So the problem that G2 have right now is that they can't get mid prio because they're kind of being forced into the river, but they've been able to claw out of that space. They'll be able to force their way in, and now Damwon need to go top lane immediately because they're not going to be able to contest Drake, so they've got to swap. Or swap, trade, I mean. And they're going to trade it for topside vision, which is good. It's the best thing they could have done in this situation. Oh, we got another Mickey moment. Mickey, what are you doing? Oh, Mickey. Oh, no, Mickey. So remember what we just said? The only play that they can make is trade for topside, which means that this entire top side of the map belongs to which team? Damwon. Because all the G2 players are either resetting or taking the Drake, which means that you don't actually have any control or access over the river. So what Mickey was doing was bad. Irelia no ult. But the best part about it is Mickey starts to recall, and then for some reason, he walks into there anyway. Oh no, Mickey, Mickey, Mickey. So he now loses his flash. That's important. And it'll come back later. I wanted to help Xayah catch wave. What wave? Oh, you wanted to help the Xayah catch the top lane wave. Oh. Okay, so he was... So he wanted to move through here. That's what he wanted to do, I guess. But even then, that's fucking dangerous, mate. Because, like, you've literally lost your entire topside jungle. I mean, you know you have, because they're fucking here. So, like, they... I mean, I suppose you have vision on them. So the chances of, like, Kai'Sa and Ornn being in there are pretty low, I suppose. I saw 4 people on wards. I mean, yeah, he saw Kai'Sa... He saw these two. He just didn't see the Irelia. Alright, I guess I can give him the benefit of the doubt. But I still don't think he need... The best thing about this is that Xayah doesn't even get the wave. But never mind. Hindsight 2020 bad play. Yeah, I know. You're right. In the moment, he just wants to cover for the Xayah, who's heading towards topside. I can't blame him for that. It's fine. He only lost his flash. And he got Aurelia's ult. Mickey's playing with pressure pretty well here. Like, they just traded sides of the map now. So they're playing towards top side. So Wonder should never really go past the river because he doesn't have control. But he sees everyone. So now he knows he can move past river. Do you remember Mickey's lack of flash? So I felt really bad for Mickey. So what Mickey wanted to do, I think, was land Q onto the wall that was coming. So this wall, if it was here, he was clearly trying to aim a Q for the wall so he could drag closer to it. That's my only theory here. Or maybe I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like, I think if he'd aimed for this, he actually would have made it. Let's watch it in slow motion. That's the best way. So he's moving up into the wave. Bear in mind, Zaya's over fucking here, by the way. This is one of those moments where Mickey's like, oh fuck, they have an Ornn. I bet you did. Mickey, please tell me. Please tell me. This is one of those moments where you're like, oh shit, I forgot they have Ornn. Please tell me that's what you were thinking. Come on, Mickey, tell me. Tell me that's what you were thinking. It was, wasn't it? No, I just thought my Q is OP. Ah, damn it. Damn it. He just doesn't want to admit that I was right. I mean, to be fair, he does Q to the wall here. What you guys have got to remember is that the Q cooldown gets reduced when you use it on terrain. So he uses the ult on the nuclear rather than Noguri, because Noguri is originally like... I think that he's thinking he can knock both targets up. But obviously Noguri Qs over here, so he misses it, which is just unfortunate. And my stopwatch made me feel invincible. Wrong wall. Yeah, I know that. This one's fine. And then like... if he Qs to this, I think he's fine. Yeah. He actually lives if he Qs to this. And then he's dead. Unlucky. Definitely unlucky, guys. Mickey XD. Imagine if he had flash. Now the front one is bad as well. Wait, you thought this one was bad too? Where else are you gonna wall to though? Because you're not reaching the turret from here. Oh, you mean you go here instead? Okay, he actually could have gone here. I should have straight to the turret and hooked the wall next to it. Oh, so not even use Q in this situation? I think if you use Q here, you're actually fine. Oh well, either way, Mickey sucked. That's the big takeaway. Mickey letting the team down. That's the only takeaway we need here, friends. And hey, look, you let Caps take a top tower. You let Caps take top tower. You were drawing pressure, Mickey. Think of it like that. You were drawing pressure. All according to the plan. Yeah, was planned in. Exactly, Mickey. All part of the plan. Alright, so what do G2 want to do now? Well, they know that they can do Baron real quick. So, they need mid prio, they want bot pushed in, and they want top pushed in, and then they basically want vision over here, right? So that they can do Baron. They can two-man Baron with this. Like, you can either do these two, or you can do these two, or you can probably even do these two. The Baron take on this team, real strong. So you will see them push up mid. Oh, they're going to reset. Okay. Wonder... Ooh. Also running it down a little bit. Force the flash out from Beryl. And so... Where was I saying they could do Baron? Oh, so it was at this point, right? So at this point, I'm like, if they send two people bot to deal with Wonder, they can just rush Baron. And then I'm just like, look at Baron, look at Baron, look at Baron, look at Baron. And then all I saw was Nautilus' fat figure. And I thought Nautilus was covering, and then these two were just fucking pushing top lane. And I'm like, God damn it. Why didn't you do fucking Baron? I thought G2 was ready. I thought they were ready. I thought they would insta-do Baron. Meanwhile, it's just... oh, yeah, okay. You can listen to it. Wait. Let me show you. So I set up this whole thing, right?
Combo is enough to secure this objective. So Damwon have to make sure they maintain vision control around this objective at the risk of G2 sneaking it away.
Right, sneaking it away.
Wonder,
right.
though, now potentially in trouble. Naguri showing bot lane. Once Nuclear shows 2, this could just be the start of the Baron for the side.
See, this could just be the start of the Baron, right? So Draco's taking my point, what I was saying.
G2 Wonder now trying to outplay the Realm Orb has come out. He's flashing out. He's dashing out to safety. Fancy footwork coming in from Wonder to keep himself alive.
I'm like, look at the Baron. Look at the Baron. Look at the Baron.
Baron now in the sights of G2. Will they start this one as Wonder retreats?
Don't think Mickey can solo it.
Yeah.
So,
I thought that Gragas was in the pit as well. Yeah, definitely my bad. Here we go from Caps, though.
I'm not going to say you didn't bait me, but Barrel may also have been baited. Nope, no commitment there.
Definitely my bad.
How strong is this Nautilus?
I was looking at it and I was just like, oh, he must be standing over the other characters, but no, he wasn't. Zai was back in base. That was just Wonder overextending it a little bit there. I like the side lane attack from Damwon.
There you go. See? I was convinced. I was like, oh, 5 head from G2. Oh, so big brain. And now they do the Baron. And the funniest thing about it is they 2-man it with the 2 units that I didn't highlight. Then they disengage because they get spotted out. And now they're back on it. They try to rush it down. And they secured that never mind. Because Mickey is dead. Wow, look at Mickey running it down. He actually just gets obliterated. See, like, Mickey is literally just sitting in this game running it down, right? And he's like, it doesn't matter. It's literally all jungle difference anyway. My gameplay is completely irrelevant. Who gives a fuck about support? It's all jungle difference anyway. I was zoning. Better jungler wins anyway, Mickey. It's not your fault. So, of course, that Baron play does cost G2 mid tower. But look at this. They don't even need their support. Yep. Imagine believing that support was a useful role. XD. I mean, look at this. Caps is literally alone, right? And he's like, yeah, I can kill him. I don't care. Gragas doesn't even have ult. This is like... This is actually so fucking dangerous for Caps. This is so ridiculously dangerous. He's just going in like, yeah, I don't care. It's fine. Whatever. That's how strong he is. Mid jungle, OP. Freaking OP. Kale had no ult. I mean, that's true. I mean, I think I said that on cast as well. I mean, a lot of ults were actually down. Yanko's kill steal and everything. I mean, like, I think the play itself is fine. I don't think it's, like, a bad one. I just think, like, there's a lot of risk associated with it. You know what? Wait, oh, we get the Mickey Hook flash. Alright, we'll watch it again in slow motion. The walls are bugged. So G2 do the Baron. Mickey is zoning. There's no way I should have hooked it. How? How do you not hook the wall there, Mickey? The wall is right fucking here. What are you fucking talking about? What do you mean how? There's literally a wall here. Look, you're queuing into this. Definitely a bugged wall. Oh yeah, look at this bugged wall. Play it again. Quick, let's get an instant replay of this buggy wall. Look at this. Mickey. It's that. How can you say this is a bugged wall? Mickey, okay, Mickey, let me explain, right? Alright, so your Q, right, has like a radius, right? So the hitbox is like this thick. It's thicker than that. It's like this thick, right? That's how thick it is, which means that anything that gets in the way of this range, right, anything in this area will be hooked, right? That is the thickness of your Q, okay? So what happens is that when you flash, right? Which doesn't even make fucking sense anyway, because maybe you should have just fucking flashed to here. Like, why are you even flashing here anyway? Whatever, right? But the point is that even if you aim like there or whatever, even because of the thickness of the Q, like, it's gonna hit. Because the edge of the wall is there. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Like, how can you even remotely say that you... like, you literally just straight up throw it into the fucking wall. You're literally standing still. Oh my god. There's a fucking wall in front of you, Vicky. Ender is the only smart caster in the world. Alright. I realize now. I can't check his pro view. I'm not allowed to look at pro views on stream. I don't know why. But I'm just not. But I'll tell you what. We'll go on to... Wait, how did Perks die? We're still supposed to do... Let's finish the VOD review and then we'll meme on Mickey in a second. Right. So they siege top pointlessly while Gragas fucking resets. So Yankos is the only smart player on this team because they then get engaged 3 versus 5 because Perks is like, yeah, we don't have a wave, by the way. This is another one of those, oh, I forgot we're playing against an Ornn. Mickey almost makes... This play from Mickey, by the way, was so fucking funny. I couldn't stop laughing. I was like, this was so big brain. I can't believe he tried. He was so close. Oh, man. Oh, hey, Kobe. Oh man, that was so big brain, Mickey, big brain. I know it wasn't that close. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt. You needed a win, Mickey. You needed a win. Alright. This is where the whole play starts off. We can skip all this. This doesn't matter. So they play through 2 lanes. They don't bother with the bot lane because they don't need it. I'm surprised they send Yasuo top rather than the Rise. Oh, Perks nearly dies. Yep, bot lane had a pretty rough game. They can't engage on that though. And then they can just leave the Rise bot. Or mid. I say bot, I mean mid. Yeah, this siege isn't going super well, mainly because the Zai got chunked out, but she's got red buff now, so she's fine. Also, their waves aren't like super coordinated. So now they actually have 2 waves hitting at the same time, which is what they needed to actually split Damwon up. And then Damwon tried to attack Caps. He dies, but it's fine because they're getting this. Yankos escapes. Mickey dying again. By the way. Oh, Yankos. See, it's all about like better jungler wins. It's all about better jungler wins. Imagine thinking that support was a useful role. Do they end here? I can't remember. I think they do end here. Yeah, they do. And that's the game. Well, G2 absolutely dominated the early game, and while they made a horrendous number of mistakes, they still got away with it because of how frickin' broken mid jungle is. They utilized this very unique strategy of we have mid priority, we push mid, we roam, to the point at which Yasuo, the mid laner, became a jungler for G2. But it was pretty crazy. This was all made possible by the support sacrifice. Okay, Kobe. I mean, Mickey overall had a great series, but that was definitely an interesting game. But in any case, G2, they looked very good. I think that the best thing that they have going for them is how they coordinate their resets and how they come back out onto the map, and where they know they have pressure and how they play around pressure and how they play towards their win conditions is all very, very good. So I think G2 are a very good team. I think you should expect a lot of them, a lot from them going up against SKT. Yeah, and that's that. So thank you very much for watching the VOD review. You can check out my other stuff on my YouTube channel. That's going to do it though. Thank you for everyone that watched. You can check more out on my Twitch. You should follow because Twitch chat is great. You get to come flame Mickey. It's a lot of fun. See you around soon. Bye, YouTube. Bye.